Okay. So, one second as I fuss with stuff. Oh, lighting. Why do you have to be difficult? I'm gonna kill my fan. Nope, that's trying to get out. Okay. Fan dead. Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty nice actually. Okay. So I'm making a video just because it's that time of video making again. I just kind of not really finished. It was more of, hey, get off the computer, Nigel. Been on there for 8 hours. Yeah, I was doing homework for 8 hours. So, that's that. It's like, I don't even know what time it is. It's ridiculous time. And I have drumline in the morning and an exam tomorrow, and not looking forward to it. And I still have more stuff to do. Sorry, I need to get stuff yeah, 1 second. Never mind. I was gonna change hoodies, but then the other hoodie was weird, so I'm just gonna put on this. So, what was I gonna make the video on? Oh yeah, School is intense, for sure. I have been working myself to the ground on that, and then I have work. I have like, look at this. This is like 20 pages of paperwork I have to do for. Let's see. Is there a page number? Look at that. It's thick, and then I have to read this whole book, and and then band. I have some fun stuff. I have this as one of my pieces, and then I also have this as another piece that I'm doing. Can you see that? Yeah. Both of those are really fun to play. One of them's in cut time, the other one's in like 180 BPM, so fast, fun stuff. Oh, I'm very poppy and cracky lately. Oh, I have Bandcamp. Bandcamp's gonna be fun. Yeah, I said last video, I think, that I was gonna make a video on productivity and kind of how I get all of my stuff done that I get done. My routine kind of is come home, eat food, take a nap, procrastinate, kind of just like enjoy stuff and not really think. Like, if I try to sit down and do my homework before a certain point, I just have no motivation at all, and I feel like that's very similar for a lot of people, where you're just like, you just sit down and you look at it like, I could totally do this, but I have no motivation at all. So I wait for motivation to come, then I use, whoops, stuff's moving. I use this stuff, it's called ZipFizz. It's backwards for you. And it's like energy drinks on steroids, and it's amazing. So yeah, I use this. I'll take almost an entire tube, and then I'm just homework, bam, and I'll tackle it. I have planners, and I have just stacks of textbooks on stacks of paper, and I have tea and coffee and pens and glasses and a fan that I keep going just to keep air moving and keep me awake. Fan suffocation, that's funny. Look up fan suffocation at some point. Pretty much what it is people think that if you are in a room too long with a fan, that the fan somehow takes up all the oxygen. So that's funny. It obviously doesn't happen because it's an inanimate object. It's not competing for your air in the room. YouTube is my friend when it comes to studying. Not like I screw off on YouTube and don't get my studies done. I will do like a chunk of textbook reading, and then I'll look up a YouTube video or 3 on the stuff I just read just to get different people's perspectives. There's a lot of professors. There's like crash course videos. There's tons of good stuff. YouTube is great. There's also, if you have money, there's lynda.com, which I'm not subscribed to or use, and they're not sponsoring me, but if you've ever listened to a podcast ever, you've probably heard of lynda.com. And they have linked tutorials and stuff that do stuff for you and things, so yeah. Also, if you are like me and like to have some kind of other stimulation besides just staring at a textbook or staring at problems or whatever homework you have, this is a great kind of thing you can do. I wouldn't recommend using a real knife unless you know how to use a real knife. But this is a butterfly trainer, and I'll just kind of flick it around as I study, and it's something to keep my hands going. Another thing I use is I use music, but I don't use lyric music. I use this playlist on Spotify. If you don't have Spotify, get Spotify. Also not a sponsor, but the Spotify playlist called Deep Focus, and Deep Focus is just kind of really chill acoustic stuff that's it's fun a lot. It's just a good playlist. It's also like great for sleeping. Study naps. Ooh, I love me some study naps. Pretty much what a study nap is you study for X amount of time, and then you stop studying for 15 minutes, you do whatever. Don't like watch TV or watch YouTube or something, but just kind of step back and reflect over what you read or what you what you did, and then take a 22-minute nap. When you wake up from the nap, briefly skim what you did, and it's like a learning memory trick. It's pretty nice. Or like before you study, if you stare at the textbook and you're like, oh, I'm gonna fall asleep. Put on the Deep Focus playlist, set a 25-minute timer, and just lay in bed. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to fall asleep, and then you get the 22-minute nap, which is like the ideal time for a power nap, because you go through your first REM cycle without it doing other stuff and having screwy REM, and then you wake up being more tired than when you fell asleep. You wake up just kind of refreshed. It's just dream psych, which is just some stuff I studied when I took psych last year. So yeah, find a good playlist, preferably without lyrics. Lyrics throw you off, lyrics distract. Preferably just an acoustic playlist. Don't study right away, and don't study constantly. Take breaks and let your brain be like, oh, so that's what happened. Take naps. Get other people's opinion. Don't just read straight from the textbook and copy down straight from the textbook. Notes. Use opinions. You're not going to remember stuff if you copy it down straight from the textbook. If you kind of make it your own, like in the beginning of the APUSH class, tons of stuff on Columbus, and I just write Columbus is a dick. It's not going to be in a textbook, but that's how I remembered the stuff, because Columbus is a dick. I think Columbus Day is pretty close too, so yeah, watch YouTube videos. YouTube videos are great for other opinions, for kind of like, oh, that's how that connects to that and that and that. It all makes sense now. And it's not just history, that's everything, because everything is connected. Literally. Yeah, YouTube's great. If you're like me and need something to do, cards are good. Butterflies. Fans are good. Also, if it's cold outside, have a window open, because the cold just kind of keeps you awake and keeps you refreshed and keeps you like, I'm doing stuff. And fan just kind of moves air around, so it's not like stuffy, and then you get that like, the room feels like a blanket and all I can think about is sleep. So that is my advice on study habits. I'll make another video after I get back from band camp. See you guys. Isn't gonna... I think some amount of time ago it did this again, where like it wouldn't end the video, and then the lighting freaks out. The lighting gets really dim, and then it gets really bright, and then it's gonna end any second, but I don't know when, so it's gonna cut off like mid-sentence, and it's gonna be really, really, really annoying. Ugh. The not perks of using an iPod as your YouTube career. Let's see.